world that wish they could be here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for Live with Lopes.
What up, guys? It's Gary Vee, and it's time to get more Frank. Frank, where are you?
My friends, a very, very special announcement. The absolute best in BDC are all coming to New Jersey. Yes, you heard it right. The authorities in BDC are coming to New Jersey for the first ever by appointment only BDC event. Tuesday, February 20th at the iconic Bellworks facility in Homedale, New Jersey, less than 30 minutes away from Newark Liberty International Airport. Whether you're a seasoned pro or new to retail automotive, this event offers a unique opportunity to network, learn the latest trends, strategies, and best practices that can take your BDC or internet sales department to completely new heights. Join me, yes, Coach Frank J. Lopes. I'll be speaking at this event. Of course, I'm going to be speaking there. It's only like 15 minutes from my house, man. But join me along with Shaka Dyson, Michael Cirillo, Jonathan Dawson, Josh Mitchell, Joe Calla, and many others for this one-day in-person only event. When you buy your tickets, use the promo code FLOPES, FLOPES, and get 10% off of your tickets. General managers, general sales managers, internet sales managers, BDC managers, salespeople who handle incoming opportunities, y'all got to be here, man. Homedale, New Jersey, February 20th. There's hotel discounts, man, all kinds of stuff going on. Grab your tickets now before it sells out. Space is limited. Yes, really. That's not just like a hype type of thing. Space is seriously limited for this event. So go to buyappointmentonlyevent.com, grab your tickets, and grab them today.
Live from the headquarters of Strong 30 Automotive Solutions, broadcasting from the Cars.com studio. It's the best show in auto, Live with Lopes, where we help you improve your performance, fulfill your mission, and earn more commission. Here's creator and host, Frank Lopes.
Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. My brothers, my sisters, welcome. Welcome to another brand new episode of the best show in auto, Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com, where I bring you the absolute best car business advice and tips on all of social media. My friends, a huge percentage of salespeople that I've coached have told me that one day they would love to be a manager. And each and every single one of them, man, they all ask the exact same question. They all say, Frank, besides like selling a lot of cars, what else do I gotta do, man? Because I can't figure it out. They all say, what else do I gotta do to get a shot at being a manager? Well, friends, selling a lot of cars is a great start, okay? But it's not the only thing that gets you the shot. And it's not necessarily like the most important thing either. So in this video, I'll tell you exactly how to go from salesperson to manager. It's time to start the show. You came here to learn how to go from being a salesperson to being a manager. Before we get into the points, I want to start with this. First and foremost, management of any capacity, okay, in the dealership, I'm just going to be the first one to say, it's not for everybody. I have seen countless people who were great salespeople. They went into management and they failed miserably. Friends, you got to really decide if you even really want to be a manager. And I say this not to try to burst your bubble or something like that. I say it because of the reality, man. Management is not all it's cracked up to be. Many high-performing salespeople would never, ever, ever want to go into management, okay? And like I said, man, it's just, new levels, new devils. So you've got to understand, man, I'm not trying to bring you down, but I want to make sure, okay? I'm not saying that you do or you don't want to be a manager, but look at the reality of the situation. Managers are accountable to an entirely different set of standards. What's good for a salesperson is totally different than what's good for a manager. And also, you got to understand, man, you don't go from salesperson to general sales manager, or from salesperson and you just wake up on a Tuesday and you're like the general manager now. Most dealerships, man, they're going to want you to spend time either as a finance manager, which in reality is just a salesperson with an office selling a different product with a whole ton more responsibility. Some are going to want you to spend time as a BDC manager or a internet sales manager, okay? Or maybe a floor manager, like a TO guy or something like that. So if you want management, understand that you will most likely have to spend time in another position before you get the opportunity to run the desk or run the floor as a floor manager or as a sales manager, okay? Okay, now, with that being said, and you still sitting here right now saying, yeah, Frank, man, I want to be a manager. Here are the 3 things that you must do to be successful, to get the consideration, make the transition, and go from salesperson to manager. Also, one last thing. Tonight's show is not just for salespeople. It's also for the managers that feel that they're stuck, that they want to move to the next level. They want to move from floor manager to desk manager, from desk manager to general sales manager, right? The same things that I'm going to talk about in the show for tonight for salespeople, they apply for you as well. So if you're a manager and you think you're stuck, this is exactly what you got to do to get to the next level, okay? But how to go, our main topic, how to go from salesperson to sales manager. You know how we kick it off, baby. Let's get things started here with number 1, right? Number 1, the first thing you got to do is you have got to learn how to communicate. You must learn how to communicate. Understand, my friends, understand that the ultimate goal of a manager, ultimate goal of management is getting results through others, not doing things yourself with the assistance of the people on your team. It's getting results through others. So, without clear communication about what needs to get done, whose responsibility it is to do what, and ultimately what good actually looks like, without that being defined, you will never be an effective or successful manager. And if you're a salesperson and you want to become a manager, communication is a skill that you should not only learn, but that you should also master. What kind of communication am I talking about? Man, that's easy. That's super easy. You need to learn how to communicate through an effective sales meeting. That's a meeting where the sales team doesn't get the living shit beat out of them right before they're expected to go on the floor and make customers happy. I know some of you salespeople have heard about those meetings. You know, you've heard them through urban legend, but they actually do, they do exist. And if you want to go from salesperson to sales manager, you've got to learn how to communicate through one. An effective sales meeting motivates, it inspires, it teaches, and it leaves everyone feeling good about themselves, ready to take on any challenge. A really, really highly effective sales meeting, my friends, to be honest with you, it leaves all of your salespeople wanting more of that sales meeting, more of what that manager is saying, more of that message, more. It leaves them wanting more. You need to learn how to communicate effectively through that sales meeting. You also need to learn how to communicate through an effective one-on-one meeting. Not a one-on-one meeting where you basically have your have like you're non-effective and you're bitching and you're beating session, but it's done in private. An effective one-on-one meeting where you show your team member that you care about their performance because you care about them as a person, that you care about them underperforming because because you can tell they don't understand how massive their potential actually is. A one-on-one where you build trust, where you show vulnerability, where you allow your salesperson to feel vulnerable and to feel comfortable in that situation, where they can share with you, where they can talk honestly, and where everyone walks away feeling so much more connected. A one-on-one where, because of that connection and that trust, you as a leader, you can challenge your team member to reach higher and to accomplish more. Where, to be quite honest, man, where you can both be honest with each other, where the team member walks away motivated because they understand that you have their back. Does all this sound like a fairy tale to you? Well, it may, because you've just never actually been in an effective one-on-one meeting. Now, none of what I just described to you, none of that can actually be accomplished without you learning how to communicate. And look, I know for some of you, that sounds super, super easy, okay? But trust me and hear me right now. It's not, okay? It's just flat out, it's not easy. And it is the spot where most managers struggle. Learn how to communicate, and you'll possess a skill that dealers and general managers know that most of them lack it, and they can't teach it to you. They know that they can't teach it. They need to recruit it in. And before we move on here, another part of effective communication is effective self-control. If you can't control yourself, okay, then you can't control the way that you communicate. If you can't control yourself as a salesperson, when you come to the desk to work a deal, you'll never get a shot at management. If you can't control yourself to be on time, to be on Frank time, or even better, to be on Lombardi time. Those of you that don't know what that is, Frank time, that's me. That's 15 minutes before start time. Lombardi time, Coach Vince Lombardi, that is 30 minutes. If you can't even control yourself to be on time, you're never going to get a shot at management. If you can't control yourself to take constructive criticism, you'll never, ever be trusted to give constructive criticism, and thus, you will never, ever get a shot at management. My friends, self-control is the foundation of communication, and it's something that dealers and general managers want to recruit, not give on-the-job training for it. It's something that you've got to have, and if you want to make that transition, I'm just telling you straight up right now, it's something that you got to learn. You got to learn it on your own, and you got to come to the table with it. More to come, my friends. Don't go anywhere. More of this brand new live episode of The Best Show in Auto, brought to you by Cars.com. More is coming up. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Live with Lopes is brought to you by Cars.com, showcasing the full value of local dealerships to the most valuable experience. Hamlin and Associates, your next record month starts here. And Car Now, the only road to real time.
Are going to match what's online to what's in the store.
It's a weird concept.
That's incredible.
We looked at something that hasn't been a lot of innovation in the last decade or so. So we wanted to put our Car Now spin on it.
I've done away with all of the other vendors because Car Now is so much more significant.
We don't pressure people to get their information. We more answer the questions that they're asking us, and we earn their information.
We've noticed that all of our metrics have gone up. Nice little side effect, gross profits, which are kind of important too.
If you really truly care about the experience your guests are getting online, then CarNow is the right product because it truly gives them the experience that they deserve and that they've been asking for.
Need some motivation and inspiration first thing in the morning? Sure you do. Join the Get More Frank text crew for daily motivation and inspiration delivered direct to your phone. Text "Let Me In" to 732-561-1854 to join the crew and get more Frank. Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com.
Hey everyone, this is the Magic Man, Magic Johnson, 5-time NBA champ with the Lakers. It's time to get frank.
How to go from salesperson to sales manager on this brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto, Live with Lopes. And this segment is brought to you by AccuTrade. Acquire more inventory online and in-store at the perfect price, powered by Pure Audience and the most accurate appraisal engine in all of automotive. Dealers, learn more at accu-trade.com. How to go from salesperson to sales manager on this brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto, Live with Lopes. Man, so many excellent people, so many fantastic people, so many people that want to learn, that want to take that step, that want to better themselves and create more opportunities for their family by going from salesperson to sales manager, if that's the right decision for you, if that's the right thing for you. It ain't right for everybody. It's not just because your friends are doing it, just because it looks like it's a great thing to do, it may not be great for you. You got to make that decision first. But once you decide that that's what you want to do, in this show right here, these are the things that you absolutely need to do. Let's keep the show going. We've already hit on number one. Let's move on to number two, how to go from salesperson to manager. You've got to learn how to organize and how to plan. My friends, without knowing how to organize your goals, how to organize your actions, how to organize a plan, when you do become a manager, I'll just tell you straight right now, you're going to get completely overwhelmed. Okay. And what's going to wind up happening, you're going to wind up settling into what most managers do. They simply just put out fires all day and live in complete reaction mode. My friends, you've heard me say it before. You need to learn how to be a 90-10 manager. You need to learn how to spend 90% of your day leading your team and 10% of your day managing. That 90% leading time where you're leading your team, it's going to be broken down into 90% proactive and 10% reactive. And to be proactive, man, you need to learn how to organize and how to plan your day. And this starts by understanding that busy and productive are two totally different things. You see, most managers think that they're busy, okay? And they are. They're busy being reactive. And when you're reactive, you can't be productive. You need to be proactive to be productive. And you can't be proactive without being organized and planning your work and then working your plan. Now, friends, I've had managers say to me, like, old dog, okay, old school, old fool managers. I've had them say to me, Frank, man, I don't schedule them a day because, well, you know, I know what I got to do. Why do I got to schedule it? Why do I got to plan it out? I know what I got to do. And not only that, man, you know, I've been doing this a long time. I know what's going on, and I know how I got to be, man. I got to stay on my toes. Okay, Fred. Okay. You know, you're supposed to be a manager, not a ballerina. Ballerinas stay on their toes all day, okay? And don't nobody want to see you dancing around in a tutu. Like, no, that's not going to happen, man. Being able to organize your team's goals, organize and prioritize their actions that need to occur, and then stay on plan throughout the day. That's an essential skill for the successful manager. And as a matter of fact, it's an essential skill for a successful salesperson. Once again, right here we are, right back at that self-control thing, like what we were talking about in number 1 with communication. Here we are right there again, man. Controlling your own actions as a salesperson. It's critical to getting a shot as a manager. Organization and the ability to plan and follow through on that plan. That's another thing that general managers and dealers, that's another thing that they want to recruit, not try to train you on the job, okay? You see, there's another theme that's going on over here. Dealers and general managers, man, they don't want to teach. They feel that they're past the teaching part. Are there some things that they're going to have to teach you? Absolutely. But they are looking to get the shot. They are looking to recruit the things that either they cannot teach or that straight up they don't know. They want to recruit their weaknesses in. And man, they don't want to train you that stuff. They don't want to train you on how to be organized. They don't want to train you on how to communicate. They don't want to train you on anything else that's coming up in the rest of the show. And I don't blame them either. They're looking to recruit all of those things. And to be quite honest, man, you can't blame them. You can't blame them one bit, okay? Don't go anywhere, my friends. We will be right back with more on how to go from salesperson to manager on this brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto, live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Live with Lopes is brought to you by Car Now, the only road to real time. Hamlin and Associates. Your next record month starts here. And Cars.com, showcasing the full value of local dealerships to the most valuable experience.
Cars.com, it has done wonders with the advertising because of the audience that's reached.
Cars.com constantly is changing things, constantly evolving with the market trends, constantly doing things differently for our store.
We've seen our leads and our traffic triple.
It's helping me sell extra 32 to 35 cars a month.
Cars.com, very easy to work with, and they're driving in more traffic.
When we increased our spend with Cars.com, our number of cars that we sell each month increased exponentially.
With Cars.com, you always know that you're going to get your ROI. We know that we're going to have a lot more quality customers coming in.
We're seeing a higher performance for our dollars using the Cars.com platform. We like to be number one, and Cars.com and a dealer rater platform all help us to make our business better.
So Cars.com has just been an amazing partner and has helped local dealers like us stay in business and continue to thrive.
We have results through Cars.com. As far as working with a company, you guys are the best.
Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com.
This is Brad Wise, General Manager of Furman Chevrolet Mazda in Brandon, and it's time to get more Frank.
Okay, my friends, we are back. How to go from salesperson to sales manager on this brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto. Live with Lopes. So happy that each and every one of you are here with us watching our show, watching the live taping of our show. Remember, each and every single Monday night, 9 p.m., we do a live recording of a brand new show. And then each and every single day at noon and 8 p.m., we broadcast one of those episodes. So great that you're here with us this evening. So great that you're here with us each and every single day. Last month alone, we had over 100,000 views of the show across the 13 different channels that we have, man. Thanks to each and every one of you for making us the absolute best show in auto, Live with Lopes. Okay, let's keep it going. We've done 2. It's time to move up to number 3. How to go from salesperson to manager. If you thought the first 2 were good, just wait for number 3, man. I'm serious. Just wait for number 3. And number 3 is learn how to not waste time. Learn how to not waste time. Once again, one of these things that seems like very, very obvious, okay, and very, very easy, oh, no crap, Frank, really? I got to learn how to not waste time? Yeah, but how much time did you waste today, right? Because just think about it. As a salesperson, you basically have 3 jobs, okay? Job number 1, sell a car. Job number 2, do whatever you have to do to get someone in front of you so you can do job number 1. And job number 3, learn how to do jobs number 1 and number 2 better than you do right now. That's it, man. You got 3 things that you got to do. 3 jobs. Sell a car, do whatever you have to do to get somebody in front of you to sell them a car, and learn how to sell a car and get somebody in front of you so that you can sell them a car better than you do right now. That's it. That's it. And friends, literally, that's it. Everything else that's going on during the day, everything else is a complete waste of time. So if your dealer or general manager sees you doing anything besides those 3 things, that means you're wasting time. And that means you can't control your time. And that means that you're not ready for management. Look, remember from this video, okay? Remember number 1, communication. Remember number 2, organization. You can't do either of those 2 things effectively if you waste time. Both of those actions are extremely time consuming, okay? So if you're a time waster, you can't be a producer. If you're a time waster, you can't be a manager. Once again, control of your time and not wasting time is a skill that dealers and general managers that they want to recruit, not train. Think about this. Seriously, think about this, okay? Put yourself, spin the table around and put yourself, sit in the other chair, sit in the dealer's chair, walk a mile in the dealer's shoes, and think about it. Think about the fact that you hire this manager or you promote a salesperson to manager, and all they do is sit on their phone all day and watch the TikToks and stuff. Now, if you're watching my TikToks, that's fine. No problem, okay? Really, no, because the reality is you shouldn't be wasting any time during the day. You're at work to work. Why would you even, think about it, why would you even get the opportunity to move up to management if you waste your time? It just shows that you're not dedicated to what it is that you're doing. It's just showing that you're not coming to work, like you're coming to work to pass the day. And man, I see it all the time. And I tell salespeople, man, I want to be a manager. Well, stop wasting time. Stop wasting your time. Stop hanging around with them monkeys out on the golf cart all day long, man. Stop hanging out on the porch all day long, bullshitting and talking on your phone and scrolling on social media, man, and get some action going. Okay, my friends, right, coming up right after the break, it's my final word. The final word on this brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto, Live with Lopes. my final word on how to go from salesperson to sales manager. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
You're watching Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com. MS, the 7-minute setup by Frank J. Lopes, was tagged as one of the 7 best investments you can make by Forbes magazine. Yeah, Forbes magazine. Grab it today on Amazon, Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, and wherever books are sold online.
Well, I have a few friends here that want to say something to you.
It's the final word on this brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto, Live with Lopes. And friends, the final word is a very, very simple word. I probably said it about 10 different times throughout this entire video. The final word for this episode is recruit. That's right, recruit. My friends, dealers and general managers, man, they don't want to train you on the skills that you need to be a highly effective and thus highly successful manager. They don't want to train you on them. They want to recruit them. So that means to get the shot to be a manager, you're going to have to learn and effectively take action on the necessary skills before you even get considered for the nod for management. Think about it like this, okay? And if an NFL team is not going to recruit a player out of college that has behavior problems or is reported of playing well but has a really bad attitude, that can't get along with the other players in the locker room, right? They're just not going to do it. Because after they are recruited, they will teach them, right, how that team actually plays. They'll teach them their plays. They'll teach them their strategies. They'll teach them all of that. But they can't teach them behavior or attitude or discipline or how to catch or throw the ball. All of that stuff they need to recruit. It's hard enough to teach them the plays and the strategy. You got to teach them you got to teach them attitude and behavior and discipline too. Okay? This is what I mean when I say selling a lot of cars is not the only thing that gets you a shot at management. To be honest, sometimes selling a lot of cars can hurt your chances of becoming a manager. You need to possess the skills that dealers and managers recruit. And that's going to be communication, organization, focus, determination, and not wasting time. Friends, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, Cars.com and CarNow. Thanks to all of you, the tens of thousands of people who love this industry as much as I do and watch this show each and every single week. Come in here for the absolute best car business advice and tips. We'll see you every single day at noon and 8 p.m. for one of our episodes. And every week, every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, please join us right here. Join us right here for the live studio recording of a brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto, Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com. God bless you all. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time.